Well, many of us have been wondering when Beyond the Spider-Verse will get a new release date, and now the producers behind the film have given us a little bit of a clue, even though it's an obvious one. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the latest in the Spider-Verse. Well, if you've been paying attention, you know that there are a ton of strikes going on right now out in Hollywood. Both the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild are currently picketing for better streaming wages and a couple of other contractual details like AI. This has led several studios, including Sony Pictures, to delay a bunch of upcoming movies, and one of those is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Now, this past June, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was very much that Empire Strikes Back entry in a trilogy with a cliffhanger ending, leaving fans really wanting to know what's going to happen next. Now, originally, Beyond the Spider-Verse was set for a March 2024 release date, but almost immediately following Across the Spider-Verse, we started hearing the movie was way behind in production, and we even heard absolutely nothing was actually done, leading to many of us, including myself, speculating the movie was going to be delayed even before the strike impacted production. Now, as of today, the film has been given a to-be-determined release date, which to me feels like quite a long time. Now, recently the producers of the film, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, were talking to Digital Spy about one of their latest projects, Strays, and they actually addressed this in a way that I found to be rather concerning. This is what they had to say about the release date for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Those conversations are thankfully above our pay grade, but I can tell you that we're already hard at work on it and we'll take the time it takes to make it great, even adding it'll only be released, quote, when it's ready. Now, Chris Miller went on to say, and I quote, "What we're trying to accomplish with this film is have it be the most satisfying conclusion to the story that it can be, and take it places where you haven't been before and make you laugh and cry and cheer and think." Now, I think all this gives us some pretty interesting insight into what's going on, and I don't think it's good news. With the producers saying they'll release it when it's ready, means it's not ready, and more than likely, it's very far from being ready. This, to me, borderline confirms all the details we've been hearing about not much being done at the production, and there was a lot going on behind the scenes for Across the Spider-Verse, so I suspect many of those problems will carry forward into the next movie. Quite honestly, this kind of response is a long delay response, and I don't expect any kind of real updates for the film for quite a while. I am a bit concerned at this point that we won't see the sequel until 2025 or even 2026. If the movie hasn't really even started production and they haven't even recorded anything, it's not moving forward at all right now. Actors and writers are on strike and no production is making any real progress, so why would this be any different? Obviously, Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be big, and we're going to watch it closely, but when we finally get to see this film might be years away. We're going to have to wait and see.